Let me do your hair. Bam, bam, bam. He or she said, cancel this damn show. They hate it. What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Make black hair great again.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now, woo.
We're coming. Get our check.
Cheryl Morrow, the one, the only, the hair oracle.
Well, I did it with Red Dot, and then we also had a cosmetology school instructor in the chat, Miss Denise West, Michelle Allen, Miss Foster. Dang, I missed her. Hey! It's always nice to see Miss Foster in the chat. Michelle Allen, you know how much we love you too.
What? About a whole lot of peace. Cheryl, you order that in a bag of chips. Let me do your hair. I love that intro, man. That's like the dopest. That's the dopest intro on the out here on these YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. I forget another one. YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, screens. That's right, screens out here. How are you guys doing out there? What's happening, blacks? Y'all know who it is, right? It's me, your homegirl, Ladosha, Wright, aka Kilolo, and then right over there. Look at me when I'm talking to you. There she is. That's my BMF Cheryl Morrow, aka the Hair Oracle. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We are coming back from a whirlwind of an eventful weekend. That's right. The virtual Afro Hair Science Summit was lit. Let me just tell y'all.
It was,
man. No words can capture how phenomenal that virtual online class. That was just
great idea, by the way.
It was like, hey, what's up, weekend? Do y'all remember Will Smith when he was like getting jiggy with it? Hey, that chat was getting jiggy with it. Cheryl was so good. Listen, I think we just might be.
Man, come on now. You breezed through that damn color.
I'm telling you. Bam. She was dropping that Afro Hair Science. We was like, do y'all want to break? Hey, weekend, it was like this. Nope. They was.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, you mean your tank?
No, I'm talking about when you was teaching. They was like,
yeah. You say we can't one in there.
We don't need no break. No, we about to get this knowledge up in here. They had their notebooks. Everybody was on the screen like this. Look. I said, boy, these are the smartest damn hairstylists. Y'all should have seen them.
That was on point.
Man, they was like this. Hold up. Can you spell that, please? Spell it. I was like, man, we got to do this again. I'm here to tell y'all, it is some changes that's taking place inside the beauty industry. And if I thought we were kind of losing our mojo, let me begin to tell you right now. Look at this. Here she is right here. Man, you know what? And meeting these people in real time, because, we just know y'all like, right here, like in the chat. But to see people in their element, see
their pictures, right.
Yeah, and then just see how passionate and real. Like, we not alone. There's people out here that really, really care about what's happening to Afro hair. There you go, y'all. Hey, Yate, man, listen.
Yeah, she brought it too.
Oh yeah. I found me a new sister. I'm out here. I left my book. I got your book out here. It's sitting back over there. Yeah, okay. I got your book right here. Yate, me and you, we here. You see what I'm saying? We here. So I found me a new little sister. So I'm gonna have to go on over to South Carolina and see what's up with my girl. It was just absolutely, it was wonderful. Yeah. Everybody had, like, in the closing comments, everybody's comments was just so thorough, and once again, I learned so much. So Cheryl, just thank you. This was a great idea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we obviously have to do it more often. That's for sure.
Yeah, we definitely have to, do it more often. We're gonna come up with something. We're definitely gonna come up with something, but what something we're gonna come up with is gonna happen tonight. We are 129 episodes in, and we're gonna be exposing the biracial hair myth. So this is a discussion right here on the dumbest that people say about black hair. So I'm trying to talk real right because I can't see, I can't get talk. I done got my braces out of the torture chamber, y'all. Hey, let me just say this. Vanity is an MF. Yeah, I can hear my mother now. You should have just left your damn teeth alone. Anywho, man, it's just anywho.
You're doing it kind of late, but better late than never.
Anywho, what's happening, Facebook? Welcome. 129 episodes in. What's happening, LinkedIn? LinkedIn has been watching us, Cheryl. Yes, we have some nice views. So LinkedIn is so nice to have you guys, starting to come in and feel the love of what we're trying to do here surrounding Afro hair. The professional community is really, really important because credibility is always an issue, in our industry. So it's nice to see you guys coming in to hear what we have to say, because y'all know I'm always complaining about encroachment. Ain't nothing changed. But we appreciate everybody on LinkedIn. So the support is always good. So LinkedIn, mad love to everybody who watches. And, they read my little Ta-Nehisi Coates book review. I appreciate you guys. I still want to talk about that, Cheryl. Of course, YouTube. We love everybody. Oh, man, YouTube is just in the easy. And then what we got going over on the Instagram family, look at them. That's what I'm talking about. LaRonda. Girl, the funniest woman in the world is on our YouTube. I'm sorry, on our Instagram feed. What's up, LaRonda? Man, this lady is so dang on funny. Oh my, I can't even begin to tell you how funny. She has missed her calling. Son of a Queen, E. Jones. Thanks, Naima. How you doing? Shantae Love. Aerovision. I love that name, Aerovision. I need me a foxy name. Aerovision. Think of a name for me. I'm like this Kilolo. I don't know. It's all right. It's our burden.
Hello.
People be asking me like, "Where I'm like, y'all know I'm not the real Kilolo, right?" Kilolo was Yo-Yo or Martin. In case y'all might be too young to remember that. Remember Kilolo and Shanae? I said, nobody can do Shanae like
Jamie Foxx.
I thought Martin was doing it.
Jamie Foxx.
Martin
Lawrence.
No, yeah. I'm sorry. It wasn't Martin Lawrence. It was Jamie Foxx who was Shanae. Yeah. So, was it Martin? Anywho, okay. Yeah. So I am not the original Kilolo. That belongs to.
Yeah. So now you got me buzzing. So now we got to get them right. Okay.
Okay. So, who did Shanae? Was it Martin?
Martin Lawrence was Shanae.
Martin Lawrence was Shanae. How you doing? And who was
Jamie Foxx's was
Wanda. That's my mama. Yes, Jamie Foxx was Wanda. Thank you so much, WK. Thank you. Because some of y'all might be a little bit too young. You remember Kilolo? Yeah, that is where my inspiration come from. I am not the original Kilolo. Yo-Yo is the original one. And I don't know, you guys may be a little bit too young, but Yo-Yo used to have an organization called the IBW, the Intelligent Black Women's. And guess who was an official member? Me. I love that Yo-Yo. When she came with the, you can't play with my Yo-Yo. I love Yo-Yo. She was good. Snap.
That's why I love me some Ice Cube.
Okay. Hey, what's up? It's our virtual co-host. There she is, Sandra Eve. Welcome. Yes, we do. We most certainly love. Did you see? I sent you Ice Cube's new video. I'm gonna drop his new video in the chat. It's about his ego. Oh my God. Cheryl and I have this running joke. Like I went to San Diego. San Diego is real sporty-orty, pimpalicious. Do not sleep on San Diego is bliggity black. and San Diego is on some pimp. Okay. Not even joking. Don't let San Diego fool you with that Mexican and all them mojitos and all of the takis and no. San Diego is blackety black and they own that pimp, right? So I know Ice Cube is not from San Diego, but he is from California, okay? And let me tell you something.
He come down to Dago sometimes,
He does, okay. And so when Ice Cube had that pimp hair, man, I said I knew it. I sent it to Cheryl immediately. I said, "What's Shane? Shane know what I be talking about. All right." I gotta say it like that. Shane know what I be talking about. All right. So y'all check out Ice Cube's video. I'm gonna drop it in the chat after the live. It's really, really good. So we're excited to be here. 129 episodes, and you guys just keep giving us so much energy to keep going and going and going. And we really appreciate you guys helping us change the narrative about Afro hair. I think we're doing a really, really good job. Cheryl and I, we're still just a tad bit, out of sorts because we've been up like Cheryl was up at the crack of dawn, and then I just had a crazy, interesting weekend that's just got me all like, which way did he go? Which way did he go? So yeah, so we just had, and still we have to work. Okay. So we appreciate the support. And I would definitely say the virtual Afro Hair Science Summit 2024 was definitely a huge success. So we just want to let you guys know. But tonight our topic is going to be pretty good. So how you guys doing out there? Y'all in the chat looking off, you just ordered my books. Okay, boo. All right. When your books come, I'm going back up to Shaw High School. Look, when I talked about, they asked for a break. Look what y'all take. Wait a minute. She said this. No, we don't need no break.
And you know what, y'all take? It's so funny. Because that's a running joke. Because my father started a boot camp. And so everybody was raising their hand and saying, Mr. Morrow, how often we gonna meet? Yeah, how we gonna meet? We gonna meet once a month? Hell no. You Negroes need every week. And I never forget because I could hear him in the back office. He said, hell no. My people need once a week.
So Yate,
oh
she's keeping it 100.
So you right, Yate.
She said, hell no. I know you ain't put the hell on there. Yate don't talk like that. I'm putting my own hood on it. But Yate say, no. We don't need no break. And she has this beautiful accent. Oh, I just love the accent. I know you. I mean, you and I see his name, but it just escapes me. It's gonna come back to me. But I'll definitely want to come and visit you guys because you all are just absolutely wonderful. So this is gonna be an exciting episode as we discuss biracial hair, which is very befitting coming out of the Afro Hair Science Summit because we have concerns. We have an agenda. We actually created another little group. That we're going to be the unofficial gatekeepers. We're going to watch over who's happening. There is an organization that gatekeeps the hair care products in our industry, and they're called the Cosmetic Design Group. And they call it the Pink Papers. I will put that link in the chat. If you can, you should subscribe. And they have.
The problem is they stay away from colored people stuff.
They do, but I just like the way they just be gangster and like, nope, that ain't nope. So it's called the Cosmetic. Let me see if I can pull this up. So if you are one of those people who like to check your ingredients and make sure these companies are on the O, the N, the E, not from 1987, but from 1983, then the Cosmetic Design Group is a watchdog organization over beauty hair care products and all this kind of stuff. They're pretty cool organization. So I got my little membership. I'm subscribed to them. Oh yeah, here it is, CDC. Okay, so let me just kind of show them up. I hope this might not be the right logo. So yeah, so check them out, cosmetic design group. So we kind of want to be like them, right, Cheryl? Well, somebody's got to step in and say something.
And we want to be the top. We're gonna be top. Because the Afro Science Summit, you know, that info boy we was doing yesterday. Yeah, we're gonna be top tier. We're gonna be like the best liquor in the world. We're gonna be VSOP.
Oh, VSOP. What that stand for? Very special other people. I don't know what it stands for. I can't find it. This is not the one that I'm looking for. But anywho, let me stop sharing. So yeah, I'm going to drop that. But they are the watchdogs, and they really make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing in the industry by way of hair care products, ingredients for hair, skin, and nails. And they're just some cool people. So we've come up with a group. We'll keep you guys posted, but we would not be able to do it if it wasn't for you guys helping us change the narrative. And you guys do a good job at helping us out and keeping us informed about what's happening out here and things that concern you, because somebody has to care. So we have people in the chat like Wike, what's up, Booski? We got Diane 408. It's always wonderful to see you. My homegirl Yate, my partner now. Our virtual co-host Sandra E is in the chat. And so and then all the wonderful people over on Instagram. Again, we appreciate you guys so much. LinkedIn, we love you as well. And of course, Facebook. So let's start off with our little current events here. So first and foremost, we talked about the virtual Afro Hair Science Summit. A little bit about our town hall discussion.
She's free.
Oh, sick. There it go. Dang.
Free.
So yeah, our virtual State of the Union about the state of the Black beauty industry. So what was your thoughts? Tell them about the town hall and how wonderful that was. And we're going to do this again. And hopefully you all could come and join us, because that was well attended as well. Nice.
Oh, that was, yeah, it actually was.
I sent you a text message. If don't nobody show, I'll just cancel it. She'll like, well, they're in the chat. It's like, whoops.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We came to a consensus, and we discussed things we talked about for the first, couple of 5-10 minutes of what was wrong, and we came up with some solutions.
Yeah,
with a real direct mission and what we wanted to do initially. We did discuss deregulation and hair loss, and the things that where we needed to be in terms of the whole narrative in the conversation.
Right.
We knew we wanted to, 1, control narrative, 2, be present, be available to be that voice, and then for us to have 2 focuses.
All right. Well,
you muted. Oh, did you burp? Oh my goodness. You muted.
Y'all know me. I told y'all am I still muted? I told y'all I'm just discombobulated. It was just one of those weekends that I'm telling you.
I know.
Not my Kilolo self, but I'm trying to get it together. But let me tell you guys what we actually came up with during the virtual State of the Union. And we talked about the actual state of the Black beauty industry. And number 1, the goal was for cosmetologists, barbers, and natural hairstylists to be on one accord. So that was the one thing that we wanted to do. And we had representation of all 3 people, inside the summit. Inside the virtual town hall. So that was pretty good. The Q&A with Cheryl. Well, Cheryl actually Q&A'd us. She flipped the script. But that's what oracles do. I can't stand it.
Well, that's what you flipped the script. Yes, what you did in the color class. Say, Keila, be quiet.
So here we go. So what we talked about, just top 3 things so you guys can be aware of what are the 3 issues that we are going to address and provide solutions for across the globe when it comes to Afro hair. And so number 1, we are going to do what we call an anti-texture typing announcement. We denounce hair typing. Yes, we're going to if you're using it, stop it. and we're going to let you know that we ain't having that. And Yate set the tone. I mean, she came out the gate. So let me thank you, Cheryl. Let me give Miss Yate a round of applause because she was very clear, first and foremost, from her professional opinion, working behind the chair, that this is some dangerous stuff. And first and foremost, she just wanted to say it is too divisive. And that takes a lot of heart. Very popular. Big ups to you because she came out the gate. For some reason,
your microphone goes out while the claps are happening.
Oh, yeah, it'll do that because the sound can't do both. So okay. I'll repeat that again. Thank you, Cheryl. So Yate did a wonderful job in letting us know from a professional. This isn't always personal, but that hair typing and classifying hair, it is too divisive. It does nothing. And Cheryl, after the class, we already know that it's unscientific. So no more hair typing. So that is one of our goals. Number 2, hair loss education and around truth around how we talk about hair loss and educating on the difference between a trichologist and a dermatologist. So that is another thing we're going to gatekeep on and talk about that. And then number 3, our commitment to demystifying 25 years of misinformation. So these are the goals. We have a name for our organization and we have a plan to execute it, but those are our 3 points that we're going to be promoting and letting people know that type of misinformation is very harmful to people who have Afro hair. It's very misleading and confusing to people who want to teach and work on Afro hair. And as Cheryl said, there's no need to keep making this stuff up as we go along because we have history and science on our side. So what you think about that, guys? All right, so give us some feedback if you like that. Those are the 3 talking points. Yeah, we did that. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. She said Son of a Queen said, hey, she learned so much. She got all her questions answered. Jesus Christ. Now we did promise them that, did we or did we not, Cheryl?
Well, what we did was we had a guarantee, baby. We had a guarantee that there will be some expansion in your mind, some expansion in your beliefs, and some elevation in your knowledge base. And I think that we accomplished that.
Yeah. So again,
here's to us.
Yeah. All right. Let's give a nice round of applause to us. Yes, and to everybody who this was our first stab at it. So again, here's our big round of applause. All right. Okay. Our last little topic here, our current event. So that was 2. Number 3. I don't know what. I cannot forget. We have to give a big ups to the Gay and Jural Skills Academy in West Africa in the Gambia. They have received another certification, so they get to continue with their education and the vocations of cosmetology, food, culinary arts, farming, information technology, sewing, and so much more. So can we all, let me give a big round of applause to Fatou Sangay and all the wonderful faculty members over at the Gay and Jural Skills Academy. This is no small feat. This is the school where the Wright Library is housed, the site of. So this is wonderful. I raised money for the library. So I'm going to be doing some fundraising stuff right here in the chat, but the library is doing good and I'll get some pictures so you guys can see it. So again, Fatou, we are very, very proud of you, all of the wonderful students, and accreditation is very, very important because for 1,000 reasons. So we know what that's all about. Okay. Last but not least, this one is kind of interesting. Here we go. Internet obsessed with baby girl born with placenta perm. I will put this article in the chat. Sure. Has anybody in the chat ever heard of placenta perm? Placenta. Look at Cheryl, like, you know what? This is my job. Cheryl say, Ladosha, you do your job very well. This is my job. Cheryl, this is not her job. This is my lane to find the content, the people, and then Cheryl does her part with the science and the history and finding other professionals, who could do that. But this is my job. So I found this on the internet, and I just Google hair news. So if you guys wonder, where do I get my articles from, that's what I do. And I do it on all the search engines, iOS, Yahoo, all that good stuff. So this one came off of Google. Internet obsessed with baby girl born with placenta perm. So does anybody know what placenta perm? Cheryl is like, Cheryl, what do you think that is?
It's hair that turns curly, which is black kids.
You know what? Can we give this is what you call a bad. There's nobody in the world that I want to work. That dang go. I thought I can't even talk. My braces got
okay. Let me
just give you a round of applause. Because I thought I had her, y'all. I thought I had her. She actually knew what placenta perm was.
Placenta perm is hair metamorphosis.
Oh.
It's what black kids' hair does naturally. She's of color. Her hair is supposed to change because her.
Yate, Diane, here was my response.
What you talking about,
I hate to say, every Negro child has a placenta perm. They're born with straight hair, and then the hair changes. I call it Afro metamorphosis. But please read on. Y'all go research placenta perm.
Jesus Christ. I mean, honestly.
And is she biracial?
Yeah, she is.
Okay, so she has what? Dominant what? Curl gene.
What you say? Hold on. Diane said all three of my babies were born with straight hair, and they all have regular hair texture now. That newborn temporary hair. That is newborn temporary hair. Oh, okay. Okay.
But because they don't expect light babies or other babies, they don't expect their hair to change. So now it has to be called something special.
Yeah, I heard Dad. It was I think he was Chinese or I forgot. Yeah. She said no need to look up disinformation stuff. Hey, this is real. The nurse told her that the baby had placenta perm, and I was like, oh,
okay, you gotta read it.
Okay, let me see. Let me go find it. Hold on. I didn't drop it in the chat, but let me see. Oh, what did I do? Oh, is it still here?
And we talked about a little bit in the Afro Hair Science Summit of we went through children and we went through the maturation of the scalp. Unfreaking believable. It can't just be the genes of the Afro mom.
It can't.
It has to be placenta perm.
Yeah, I just gotta type it up. Hold on, y'all, because I didn't save it. I was got placenta. Hold on. Perm. Okay, so Cheryl says, see what that article is saying. All right, so here it is. Internet is obsessed with the baby. So a little girl has taken the storm. Her mother posted the baby. The daughter, her name is Jemiah. And let's see, what did it say about her dad? The husband, she had placenta. Okay, so Jemiah, as a young baby, had a full head of hair. That's how she was born. With over some time, she asked the nurse, And the nurse told her she has a placenta perm. It'll fall out eventually. The term placenta perm was first used by one of the nurses at the hospital where Flack gave birth, and they reassured the family that the hair would not last long into infancy. So the family was really confused about the baby's hair. They didn't think the baby's hair was going to be straight, and so yeah, so that's how it goes. I'm trying to see what they said the ethnicity of the dad was. I can't find it, but anywho, so yeah, so the parents.
So the parents
was shocked that the baby's hair was straight. They just, they obviously they were first time parents.
But no,
and she got 700. Woo! She got over 776,000 likes on Instagram, and so Newsweek reached out to her. And so that's the baby. That's when she was the baby, and of course that's how she is now. And they just was floored that the baby's hair was so straight, and that the hair was jet black. Her hair resembles an 80s style perm. And they said she has a video montage with the little baby morphing into the little girl that has received over 9 million views. But if we think this hair thing is a joke, I'm here to tell you this Afro hair, it remains to perplex people.
The baby was born with straight hair, like most black babies are.
I think their thing is how much, according to the article, it was the amount of hair that her husband had all the stick hair as well, and they just had never seen a baby with all of this hair, and that was the thing. Explained that her was hair over her entire body, just like her father, and so he was born with a lot of hair, and they called him the baby with a lot of hair. So they just had never seen this before. Look at Cheryl's face, y'all. So, anywho, for me, it was the placenta hair. So I'm not familiar with that at all. But the nurse broke it down for her, and you say the nurse has misinformation also. I would love to know more about how did they come up with the name placenta perm?
Because it's a thing. No, placenta perm is a thing. Ain't about no damn nurses. Go on and look it up. Don't cook it up. Look it up.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a deep dive down the rabbit hole of placenta perm. This is ridiculous, okay? I mean, I'm talking about real ridiculous, okay? Oh my God, it did pop up. Jesus Christ. All right. This is just, hold on, guys. Key Lolo coming through. Cheryl made me do it. Here, remember they say TikTok made me do it? Here we go. Cheryl made me do it. Placenta perm. Here you guys go. The chat is like, don't you come on, Key Lolo. Yeah, so here it goes. Let's enlarge it there right here for everybody right quick. The placenta is the super thick biofilm that covers the baby's hair and body. The medical term in the U.S. is vernix. I cannot pronounce that. Caseosa. It's vernix caseosa.
I can't see it.
Okay, it is a Greek. It has Greek origins. Vernix meaning varnish. Caseosa meaning cheese-like. So much of medical research in America has focused on how vernix nourishes and protects baby's skin. So it is the placenta perm.
Well, when something happens to mixed baby, and what a perfect segue.
Yes.
Biracial.
Yeah.
People don't understand it. People get all freaked out, and they don't understand because we already knew that once that baby matured, that baby is going to have curly hair. We can just look at the parents. Okay. And so now that the hair is set up to go through this whole metamorphosis, and that's what basically what we talked about vellus and terminal hair and what makes the hair mature. But that baby's going to obviously, she's on her way to her adult hair, and it's going to be thick and curly.
So again, we're 129 episodes in.
Straight hair.
Yeah. What's up, LB? I see you, baby. I was finna come over to your house right quick. LB, you know, if you don't show up, I'm gonna take it personal. But so here's the thing. This and I, you know, I it's a wonderful segue into the topic. So let's just go ahead on. And as Cuomo was saying, let's get after it, okay? So what is the is it a concern or is it an obsession? Or is it confusion, you know, naivete, or good old-fashioned inquiry into the mixed race human? I don't even know how to, because you know, race is pseudo.
Well,
why was this article
captured
over 9 million, you know, views? So
because there's 9 millions and millions of biracial textured people on the planet, and you know, placenta and then perm, and then of course, because we are quite ignorant when it comes to curly hair. And curly hair was supposed to be what we call the woolly syndrome, or woolly hair. And it was almost like a syndrome or like a defect instead of a gene expression, right? Instead of a characteristic. Okay. And that is one of the reasons why we, as a professional group, want to deal with these terms, these classifications, these categories, these types, and getting all of this, you know, together, so we could have a professional conversation that is 21st century, at least. And get rid of some of the biases, get rid of some of the stereotypes, get rid of some of the stigmas that, you know, is taking over and contributing to the ignorance and the low level thinking and just keeping us stuck.
So as we move our way, what's up, Fatu? Everybody, Fatu is rocking with us over. She is over on Instagram, and Fatu, congratulations to you again. She, excuse me, she is encouraging everybody to learn from Cheryl, the scholar. So here's the thing. So you have kind of two situations here. I don't want to say all people of color would know this, but the confusion or the surprise that this baby's hair was, you know, that way, knowing it would change. Is this stemming from slavery, of us not wanting us that being shamed? I would think a lot of Black people know that the hair is going to change. But I don't want to seem like that's kind of mean to say that. But anyway.
Well, because hair actually, of course, as we discussed it in Afro Science, is scientific. It belongs to a system. It belongs to your body. It's actually biological matter. It's part of your system. And if a baby's teeth, baby's hands, a baby's feet, a baby grows, her heart, you know, every subsequent thing is going through a phase to get you to be what we call considered an adult. And so if that's the case, well, her scalp and hair is doing the same. The scalp is responsible, connected to all of the hormonal changes and things of that nature. So it has a maturity window. And usually that is from 0. So when he gets here, as soon as the baby gets here, until approximately 13.
Okay. I'm looking for.
No, I don't expect nurses to know this. No, I don't expect doctors to know this, but I do expect beauty professionals to know this. So, because this is our realm, you know what I mean? This is our area of expertise. This is what we talk about. And we are to be able, the cosmetology, education, if that cosmetologist has obtained an Afrocentric perspective, we expect those family members to go over to that aunt or that sister or that grandma or whatever the case may be, knock on the door and say, hey, let me holler at you for a minute. Let me go through 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, and what to expect in this life as this baby becomes a toddler. Okay, as it becomes school bound, and then junior high.
So is it that people of color and people that are non of color, they just don't know that the baby's hair will change? And does the biracial hair term, is it getting stuck in the,
It's getting stuck
in the placenta perm vellus hair? I'm with you. I thought that's what it was called, but they say so is it somewhere in that, with the undergirding or under tones of the shaming from slavery? Or is it, are we implied like the baby hair ain't gonna stay like that? Like black people know that. I mean, it's hard for me. Anyone struggling trying to articulate this confusion here, it's very hard for me to, because I don't want to sound like it's a black thing. Now,
when we get into certain branches of cosmetic trichology, we're going to also akin that into an adult person with an average texture of curly hair, or even by anyone who is adult who is biracial. When the body gets either sick, medicated, or has a disorder condition, or just extreme dis-ease, right? The hair goes back to where the baby's hair is. And then as the hair comes back, or as the hair starts growing back or filling in, the scalp starts back up the extreme adult texture, because it takes a lot to produce what we call dominant traits. But sometimes they'll come back recessive. And that won't change. And that's sometimes when people will say, oh, I got 2 or 3 textures on my head. You know what I mean? And don't realize that is the scalp. All areas of the scalp is not on the same page. Basically.
Right.
But the majority of the hair will be the dominant texture.
Okay, I got you. I hope you guys are following this, because we're trying to, make sense out of the, first of all, black hair and biracial hair and ethnic hair. They just need to be removed in that context. However, because I think it was Yate brought it up in the class, and I'll admit, when I went to cosmetology school, I was shocked that they were teaching like all hair is the same. Hair is hair is hair. Now we know anatomically, hair has 3, a cuticle, cortex, and a medulla. Okay, we get that.
We know it's all keratin.
Right. Thank you. We know it's all keratin.
Keratinocytes. Right.
All right. But here we go, Juju. Why are we not being taught the reality of what you call the Afro hair? Is it Afro metamorphosis, or what's the term? Okay, the Afro hair metamorphosis.
Now you have to remember, I had to create these disciplines to be able to talk about it in a scientific way, because it's not scientific for you guys.
You're right. It's not there.
They want to just throw the cultural styling techniques in there that apply to you. They don't want to put in any. So when we talk about how the body creates,
goes through a metamorphosis,
goes through a metamorphosis, or just metamorphosizes, no matter how long it takes according to your genetics, right? Well, that's just metamorphosis. But I have to put the Afro metamorphosis so I can make the glossary terms, the definitions, the lexicon, just all of the lingo, so it could ping the ears of a Black person.
Okay.
And they could, as you would say, apply the knowledge.
Okay. So now we're definitely trying to just set up the confusion around biracial hair, which I hope you guys are gathering so far. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's not going to work. It is not going to work because now Juju might be onto something here. I'm not versed in this, but I'm going to rock with where Juju is going. So the confusion for Black people are descendants, Africans who are descendant of slavery. So African Americans, okay, ADOS, whatever. Okay. So it's the shaming, but also the religious doctrination where Black people were cursed. Mm-hmm. And then she goes on to say the curse of Ham. I don't know these guys, so don't laugh at me. And this is a doctrine that was never meant for African people. And so is this like the foundation of why they, meaning the people who are in control, like Miladies, I'm going to go ahead on and say it, that they are not teaching it per like what you're saying? Because even if they didn't have the lexicon of Afro hair metamorphosis, they do know that Black children or African descending people hair will go through 3 stages of changes.
See, here's the thing.
Or then they using a religion to kind of like, well, that's why they hair like that, because they're cursed.
Right.
Thank you, Juju. Okay, help us out.
And so, Juju, and to you, Ladosha, or anyone, you have to remember, it's not just important for us to talk about the metamorphosis. It's more important for Afro metamorphosis to take the first place, because the children are not metamorphosizing to recessive. They are born with low resources. As they mature, the hair is metamorphosizing dominant. So the hair has to change 3 times to get to the pinnacle or to the zenith of their genetic gene pool, which is if they're Black, they have this far to go. And if you're of European descent, you only have this far to go.
Come on now. Come on, let me drop that bomb right quick. Hold on. I'm telling y'all, this is why I love, man, I hope we could do this podcast. I hope I'll just be all popping my teeth in my mouth with this situation here. Because, baby, let me just tell you, that right there was a bomb drop situation.
Black children have very far to go.
So the reality,
what is required for them to be of African descent? The African descent is a baby.
Maybe Horseshack. Mr. Carter. Do you guys know Dr. Amos Wilson? Mm-hmm. If you know who Dr. Amos Wilson, oh my God. I went to a think tank, right? Mm-hmm. Early in college. Now, I didn't know him, but Naeem Akbar introduced us, meaning the participants, to Dr. Amos's teachings. And I don't quote me on this, but I believe he talked about this, that, when you talked about that genetic expression and how it takes so much for that Black gene to express itself. I just couldn't quite get what Dr. Naeem Akbar was talking about. But I see what you're saying now. So that the whole hair thing is, we're seeing that in real time unfold. So right. The hair changing, I think we're not even.
We have to change 3 times. Other babies only have to change. Most other babies of color only have to change 1 time. We got to change 2 additional more times because we're Black.
And that expression, like it's like, oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm just having these light bulbs. It's like hair color. Level 1. Oh my, y'all better hit this damn like button, y'all. Come on. In the chart, let me just, oh my God, I'm sorry, y'all. Just let me, Cheryl, you was just bad mamma jamma. So I see exactly what you are saying. So let me just pull up a hair color chart.
Okay.
Levels. All right. So we got to make it make sense if we're talking about hair here. All right. So I'm just going to use, let me just pull it up right quick. And I think I see where you're going. I'm so excited, y'all. I love Cheryl. Just hold on. Y'all hit that like button for Sandra, pop y'all upside y'all head. Okay. Go ahead on. I see y'all liking this information. So here we go. So Cheryl, per your explanation, and Dr. Amos Wilson, go get his, I don't know if his books, Juju, does, I know he is an ancestor now. I don't know if his books are still in print.
Yeah, a lot of his books, but and he talks about it in terms of psychology.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So if you look at the level system here, let's just go with the hair level. All right. So it's 3, which is pretty dark, and then you have 8, which is pretty light. So if you were born of the lighter persuasion, you can pick any ethnicity you want. Your genetic expression will only take 2 levels to get to a 10, right? But if you came out, if you are of an African descent, right, and you came out looking like a 10, but your genetic pinnacle is a level 2, it's going to take you 2 more metamorphoses to get to your darkest complexion. You was a bad motherfucker. I'm sorry. Excuse me, y'all. If y'all don't hit that hard, did y'all get off this chat? This is what we talking about.
Right.
What you talking about, Willis?
Well, now it's an applied knowledge, because now you don't have to basically remember this, because you have to understand that Black children's hair is not getting coarser just to get nappy. The hair instructions are telling this human being has a high genetic requirement and instructions. So we've got to get the baby from vellus all the way up there. So it takes 3 turns, 3 times. And so Black people being under the neurosis, the psychosis of racism that creates oppression, which completely allows you to be completely co-authors of your demise. And so the best thing for you to do is to cope. And so in coping means to just act like what you see isn't there, and for you to desire something that you could never be, and to change things that you could never actually change. And so the only things that we could change, we couldn't change our plight, we couldn't change our economic status, we couldn't change our environments. So what do we decide to change? To lessen, to coat our hair. And so, and we all go through this whole biblical thing and indoctrination. But one of the things that you guys have to understand, I don't know if you guys remember the movie Romancing the Stone. Remember that movie, Romancing the Stone? Or the Jewel of the Nile, which was the sequel to the Romancing the Stone. And in this movie, they're looking for they're looking for this gemstone, the jewel of the Nile, right? And come to find out that the jewel of the Nile was a person. And this person had all this curly hair. The curly hair was the human poster child of how a human at the zenith. In fact, the curl of the Ethiopian was a symbol of the pinnacle of what a clean, balanced person, balanced in their energy, spirit, social contracts, how they got along with their families, and how peaceful or a peaceful warrior they were. Okay. And so because the authors of those biblical texts, any features that was not innately their own was written as a curse.
So that's the curse of Ham that Jolanda is talking about. Wow.
But more important, and I always draw this because, of course, cosmetologists and professionals, as I teach them, we have to get into history and religion, and we haven't gone.
I know.
We haven't gone through that, but we will.
Well, let me just tell you guys this for sure.
Mhm.
In the Gambia, when we wrote their cosmetology curriculum, I'm here to tell you history is in there. It is a part of their curriculum. They have to know African history. And it's in a small context. Of course, this is related to West Africa and Gambia, but they need to know their own history because we don't think it's a part of hair. But when we have a topic called exposing the biracial hair myth, you guys are getting a full frontal, like flash, we're not mooning you, we're flashing you using science. The book that Dr. Amos Wilson wrote is called Falsification of African Consciousness. And Jolanda says this is a must. So I will be buying this book this week after I pay my rent. Okay.
Right.
I gotta pay my bills.
I think his lecture is on YouTube as well.
Is his who?
His lecture is on YouTube. I've downloaded every
okay, well, go on into the YouTube search and search Dr. Amos Wilson, and you're going to get, which I'm not aware of that because I didn't know that. So I'm going to go ahead on and do that as well. But if you want to help unravel and remove the cobwebs out of your brain, even if you're white and you have a quote unquote black baby, or you're Puerto Rican or whatever, you have a black baby or a biracial baby, Juju says that this book is a must. Now, if Dr. Amos Wilson wrote it, this is not a walk in the park. So this guy is truly a scholar. So don't think you're going to go grab some.
But what I did want to address with Juju, okay, Miss Jolanda, in our circles, as we talk to each other, and I know we have a whole bunch of, other types of thought processes, but Black people have yet to unpack one thing. I know we unpacked the First Testament. I know we have done many of the other wonderful books by all of our wonderful scholars. But the most important passage in Scripture we need to make sure we really unpack is that why in most European, be it Hebrew, be it the Quran, be it any of those religions, we have to get to one of the reasons why, and to be able to ask white scholars, especially white clergy scholars, what is it about the Adam and Eve story that they perceived their nakedness? And they did not have clothes, so it's not a fashionable issue. It's not a fashion issue. What is it about their skin color, them being perceived as naked? And once we begin to get down to like Theophilo Banga always would say, we have to make sure that we understand the linguistics of oppression, not just the people of oppression, linguistics of oppression. Then at that point, we can find out, okay, either you were talking to me or you weren't talking to me. But if you were talking to me, what did you mean by that? So I can begin to understand, because if I react to something that you didn't mean, or I don't know what it means, then I'm just as neurotic, and maybe we are. But when it comes to texture and hair care, I believe cosmetology with our linguistics and as far as history, we can tell people, excuse me, no, that's not what that means. It means A, B, C, or D, E, F, G. You know what I mean? And we really make a difference if you are aware of these things.
All right. Well, you have been informed. Sandra E says, you guys are really liking this. The chat continues to grow and stay full. But what we need you to do to help us change the narrative about biracial hair by exposing the actual biracial hair care myth is to do what our virtual co-host Sandra E says, and Cheryl's going to show you what you need to do right now. Here you go, guys. It is. All right, so there you have it. It's going down. Cheryl is definitely kicking the ballistics. Also, thank you so much for the super chat sticker. This is, I mean, Cheryl, you are just bringing it. You are not messing around with this situation right here, and we are absolutely loving it. Juju, your information. Juju is a part of the pseudo killers, so she's coming in giving us some knowledge, which we also need. So now we got a clear understanding of where we should be. The language, here's the new language in helping to change the narrative. It's African Americans, we have a high genetic requirement and instructions to reach our zenith and our genetic expression potential. Bam! Y'all don't want none of this smoke. Y'all better get on up out here. Thank you for that super chat again. Don't forget, go ahead and hit that like button. You're not going to get this on a whole bunch of other podcasts. I'm telling you this right now. It's not going to happen. Okay. So now we have it out the way, but the reality is, we got the doors open, but there's some concerns that they still don't know what to do with the children's hair. So let's hear Miss Wanda talk about just the angst of a white woman who just don't know what to do with a baby's hair from her perspective. Here she go.
What if we have a little girl, a little biracial girl? I'm like, I can't leave that girl's hair up to this white lady. I can't do that to her. I couldn't leave my baby's hair in this white lady's hands. She fuck her hair up. You ever see them biracial kids and the white mother just has no idea what to do with the hair? So their hair just all matted up, it's never been combed, and lint and car keys and Q-tips all in their shit. It's find a black friend, Deuce.
Don't you just love Miss Wanda talking about she and her wife, who's white, and they're talking about, should they have a biracial baby or a black baby? And so, and her concern is, what is this white woman going to do with this child hair? And
she just needed she just knew she had to contract some black friends. She knew that.
All right, we got some super duper shout outs coming through on Instagram right quick. We got Judy Cheryl, our Canadian babe, is over in the chat. What's up, Mrs. Banks? How you doing, Ben Tujasi? What's up, Chucky? People call me Chucky Chuck. Chuck, a luck. What's up, Love Kim? I love me 3 God. Miss Pantra, I got an attitude. And Keisha, how are you guys doing over on Instagram? And again, welcome LinkedIn, also Facebook and YouTube, and we are getting into it. So here's what we typically see when it comes to a white parent trying her best to take care of this. Now we know, don't call it, but biracial hair. Here we go.
Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, mama, out my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho. She's right though, at night she's screaming, mama, out my mind. Grab a cop gun, kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. And people say run, don't walk away. And she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, mama, out my mind. She'll make you curse, she a blessing. She'll rip your shirt within a second. You'll be coming back for second with your play. You just can't help it. No, you'll play along. Let her lead you on. You be saying no, then saying yes, 'cause you're messing with your head. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, mama, out my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho.
Oh, baby.
And let me just say this, and
Dear white people.
and I'll be the first one to say, I have met a lot of biracial parents. Some dads were white with black daughters. Some, let me tell you something. They not cheat. They'll buy anything for their kids' hair. They'll pay any amount of money. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you talk shit about them, you have hell to pay. Do not talk about a white woman's black children. That will be a mistake.
No.
Hell,
And so let me say, my granddaughter is quote unquote, she's black, biracial. So her mom is white, and so but I think the reality is, and I hate to say sad or whatever, but these are black children.
yeah.
These are African descendants. I don't even like the word.
Listen.
I shouldn't even take the word black. I know what Juju's saying. Stop saying black. You're right, Juju. You can correct me, but we just have to remove that. The children, again, going back to the high genetic requirement and instruction for that human to reach their genetic potential is going to take about 2 extra metamorphoses.
Life cycle.
Life cycles, thank you. 2 life cycles. And so the hair needs to be cared for properly according to the fabric, not the race. Can we say that? Is that okay?
Can we let's switch the word. The hair needs to be groomed according to its characteristics.
Okay. Are you guys writing this down? Or you can watch this again. The hair
Height
needs to be groomed according to its characteristics, not race. And that is the problem. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. And by the way, it is important for people, especially continental black people in the continental U.S. Black is a philosophy. So if we slip up and say race or whatever the case may be, and just like Halle Berry's mother said, and just like Kamala Harris's mother said, you have to understand, or like the Indian young man was told when he was coming to America without his family, and his mother told him to go find a black woman, go find a black family. Okay, right? Go find one. Because the philosophy of those people are people, regardless if we want to say black. But I'm just kind of really tired of just the division and the polarization of whatever term we do use. Black is a philosophy, and once you are groomed in it, I don't care what race you are, you do want to, at that point, you take on the philosophies. And once you take on the philosophies at that point, that particular individual or human being, if they want to classify as black, let them. Just let them. I mean, we're in America, and I just wanted to, to say that, because, these people who believe this way. And by the way, I didn't add this. Speaking to a chemical engineer and a quantum physics engineer, and I don't know if you guys can find him because has aged at this point, but he has a lot of information on YouTube, and his name is Dan Winter.
All right, let me write this down. Okay, you guys are going to go on YouTube and you're going to search for Dan Winter, and he is a who?
He is an electrical engineer and a chemical engineer, but he has studied African knowledge. He has managed to study for a long time by not calling it African sciences, but sometimes that's just a matter of survival, almost. But Dan Winter and I have been colleagues, and we have a long email thread, and I was in search of some information about 17 years ago, and he at the end of the day understood the great pressure of Afrocentric genes.
Okay.
How they express, and he was basically saying the top of the pentacle of what Blackness means in terms of electrical charge. He called it bliss. Bliss. And so he would joke with me and say, "You have the hair of bliss." And so it was just, and I know we can really get into it, and maybe we do need to have these particular conversations, but I did want to hit the Blackness issue.
All right. So it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so it's okay. All right, so the man you want to go. So we're going to look up Dr. Amos Wilson, and then we're also going to go and check out Mr. Dan Winter. He's an electrical and chemical engineer, and he has a lot to say about Afro hair. So please go check them out right here on YouTube. I don't think you can find them on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram, but you can give it a shot. And Juju has the name of Dr. Wilson's book. So scroll through and you're going to get that. So now you talk about that the hair needs to be groomed according to its characteristics. So now let's help our people with their biracial children groom the hair according to their characteristics. This is commonplace that we see in the hair salon. I don't know about barbershops. Yate, let us know if you see this in the barbershops. So is this the proper way to care for biracial hair according to its characteristics? Here we go, guys.
Hey curl friends, so here's another example of low porosity hair, and a lot of people ask me how to get your roots from not being frizzy. So here you see we're going to add water to the hair, and then you're really going to brush that water in to the hair from roots to ends. So you could see already that the frizz around the root area has subsided, and from here we're just going to add some gel to her hair and really make sure that we coat the hair from roots to ends, really working the product into the root area, and then look and see if it's looking the way that you want to. And if not, in my case it wasn't, I added a little more water. We don't need any more product to create the curl. From then we needed more water to really hydrate the curl and emulsify the product. Hope this helps.
So we're going to talk about this, guys, how to care for biracial hair in the context of they hate the frizz. People hate that frizz, okay? Ooh, child. Frizz, they got to run away. They say gel is the solution and water is going to be the conduit for moisture. So let's help our biracial parents out. Are these 3 steps the way to care for this texture biracial hair, which, by the way, all biracial hair does not look like that. I just want to put that out there. But anywho, I digress. Again, I don't like the frizz. They hate the frizz. Gel is the solution. Water is going to be the conduit to help moisturize the hair. Is that the best way to groom it according to its characteristics? Here we go, guys.
Are you waiting for me?
Heck yeah, come on.
But there's no such thing as frizz.
Cheryl. Let me get some pictures now, Cheryl. Hold on. Cheryl, now come on now, dog. Come on, man. Let me just show you.
No.
We need an image to talk about.
Don't show me what people have decided what frizz is. You give me what the term means.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Don't cook it up. Look it up. Frizzy hair definition. Here we go. Frizzy hair definition. All right, here we go, guys. Y'all ready? Let me just pull it up. Ooh, good Lord, I ate nickels. This is it. Don't forget, please hit the thumbs up button. I see you guys are here. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Stick a needle in the eye. All right. So sure, here we go. Frizzy hair. The definition of frizzy hair is form hair into a mass of small, tight curls or tufts. The state of being formed into a mass of tight curls or tufts. That is what frizz means.
Or what is a tuft?
Tuft is hair. It's another term for hair, right?
Are you sure?
Okay, let me look up tuft. Y'all got your phones out. Y'all know class is in session, so you can stop guessing. Here we go. Tufts.
And how are you spelling that?
They are spelling it Tufts. Is that correct?
What?
No? Okay. So tufts mean a bunch or collection of threads, grass, hair held or growing together at the base.
You mean a tangle?
I don't know, Cheryl. Not. Don't be trying to trick me up. I'm just reading what the Google said. The white they call Google the other white man. I'm just telling you what the white man said. All right. So
I already know that's bullshit. Okay, this is tangle. Yeah, so in other words, frizz does not apply to biracial textures or any other what we call dominant texture. It is only a term when straight hair desires bone straight hair.
what?
I repeat, one of the reasons why biracial hair, curls, wave, anything other than flat, limp, straight, bone straight hair, anything outside of that is a negative. It's a net negative, aka frizz. Look at the pictures. Look at what they're telling you. In other words, when straight hair begins to what? Get some form of wave, curl, anything. The hair is perceived as a word that is not scientific. It's called frizz. That it's only curling.
Everybody in the chat like it's
So
okay.
if it's not, so if
We gonna be all right.
anything that gets Afro-ish is a net negative.
So Juju, this is the curse of ham. Okay, I hear you, Juju. Boy.
Okay. More like the curse of ignorance. Because don't nobody want Afro-ish.
So
That's
using...
all frizz is when the hair wants to what? Start being Afro-ish in terms of its characteristic. But oh no, we want straight satin bone straight hair because that's the desire. That's the most recessive hair characteristic. And it's going to be the beauty standard. That's how it's got to look. And if my edges are not bone straight, if my hair comes in, I gotta always make that hair look like it's laying down and stuck and smooth. And it's the characteristic of the lowest hair, which is straight hair. Everybody wants it. Everybody desires it. Everybody thinks that those characteristics are premium. And anything when it starts to go back to Afro-ish or begin to show any remnants, any characteristic, one iota of a little curl, that's where the word frizz. Frizz is not it's not a thing. It's not scientific. It is a social phenomenon because it's undesirable. And it only means that straight hair is getting wavy. That is what frizz is. And you call it frizz. And all we know, you ain't never had no frizzy afro. That shit don't make no damn sense. It's only when your ass got straight hair when your ass want to talk about frizz.
Well, Dion and I, we in the we like, oh my God.
Frizz is not scientific. It's just a colloquialism. It's not a real thing.
What you say? All right, Cheryl.
I know y'all as professionals will jump down my throat, but I'm still gonna clap back and tell me, find that goddamn word in science. Find it. It is something. It's a colloquialism to shame people who have some form of curly hair. That it is not bone ass straight like some damn thin, lifeless, straight, bone straight blonde hair. That's what it's saying. Because straight and satiny and silky is the standard. Y'all can't get it out of your mind. So you still keep talking about curly hair in terms of it being straight. And one of the things that Afro Hair Science teaches us, that straight hair is a variation of all of the subsequent spectrum. But it's not the standard if you can get rid of your lingo. Frizz would not exist as a word if we did not have the straight hair standard in our mind.
All right. So I see Deanna's in the chat, right? And she said, yeah, don't nobody want no nappy hair. So let me just show the clip from Good Hair. And maybe this will explain why we have this term called frizzy hair, because maybe in reality, nobody wants that hair. So they came up with the term frizzy hair to, I guess, to make people. So here it goes. Let me just show just a little bit.
All right. Mr. Melly.
Hello. How are you?
All right. Chris Rock here.
Yeah.
All the way from America.
Yeah, very good. You're welcome to office.
Now I hear you the man with the hair.
Yes.
You got more hair than anybody.
Yes.
If I want some Indian hair, you the man to see.
Yes. This is daily we are getting like this. Collected from the temple.
Wow. Well, show me some more. Let's see some more.
All right. So there in that clip, he is showing that that's the preferred hair. People want the straight hair. Like she said, don't nobody want no nappy hair. So frizzy hair is a nice way of saying you don't want that hair. Wow. I don't know who's going to tell people, but I'm with you. Break it down. Sure. I don't know. Some of this is going to be hard to be talking to people in these terms, but Cheryl said language per Theophile Obenga. We've got to get this language thing together. That's another book to go, author to look up is Theophile Obenga. All right. Next up, what about gel for biracial hair? Is gel the answer to control the afro that they don't like? Not frizz, guys.
Water increases curliness, aka frizz. I need my professionals to get on the same boat, and we need to get on the same page. Frizz is a codified word for I hate curl. Now, why are biracials textures? Why are biracial textures so susceptible to a frizz? Because that word really actually belongs in the biracial market, not the straight hair world or the afro world. It's right there in the middle. Why is biracial hairs so susceptible to frizz? And if anybody can come up with that answer, I'll give you anything you want.
Okay. The question is, y'all come on and get ready. Frizz is the codified word for I don't want Afro hair. Okay. So Cheryl says, repeat that question one more again.
Okay. Frizz actually is a colloquial term used by biracial hair types. Little bit of, you know what I mean? Okay. My hair is poofy. Okay, but that doesn't come from the black world, and that doesn't come from the straight people, those of European descent with straight hair, Asians with straight hair, Arabs with straight hair, Middle Eastern people with straight. That's not what, or Latinos with straight hair. They don't. That's a word that's not in their cultures. But the beauty culture of biracials, it really. Why is that hair more susceptible to what we call frizz?
I would say, let me take a stab at it, y'all. Come on, y'all.
Take a stab at it.
I'm gonna take a stab at it. So why does the biracial people demographic, why does their hair frizz? I would say
it's more susceptible to frizz.
It's more susceptible to frizzing. I would say because their hair is like a cross between straight and Afro. And so Afro hair likes the moisture. So it's going to respond to whatever climate you're in, be it a house or a sauna, a dance floor, and it likes that. So it's just going to do what it does in the environment. So that's my definition. Let's see if we got another one. Let's see. All right, y'all good. All right. It's trying to evolve to the next step of Afro, but the program won't let it be what it is meant to be. Ooh, y'all, what's going on? Let me give you a clap. We leave that up there, Dion. We gonna get our little education up. Look at WK right quick. WK like, I hate that movie. I don't know why y'all hate good hair. He only,
I don't like Chris Rock, so by default, and it's just a disclaimer. Just want to let you know, my dad cussed his ass out before he agreed to do it. He says, if you ask on, because that's why Mr. Morrow was supposed to be in more of the film. He's only in towards the end, because he told him, this is serious to me. This is goddamn you trying to get the bag. You trying to get a hit movie. He told him, you can kiss my ass with that. This is not for play. I don't play pimp.
I just feel like
life. So I don't even like Chris. So WK, I'm with you.
Well, it was a documentary, so he only showed what they said. I mean, anywho, I ain't gonna go there, but
and plus his daughter did not say she didn't like her. That was a lie. That was just a way for him to get a movie so he can get on TV. Because he was
there you go, Dion. Kick rocks, okay? So that's what she said. Let's see. I think we have another one. Bostonians don't talk like that. What you say? I ain't know Bostonians was gangster. All right, they some gangster bills.
Oh yeah, dad was not playing with his ass. He was like, "Look, let me tell you one song. Let me tell you one thing, little. Let me tell you one."
I'll put that question up. Okay, I'll put that question up. All right. So what's the answer? Let's see if we got anything right.
The answer is you got it right.
Who me?
You got it right.
Oh my God! Can I give myself a round of applause? Y'all don't want none of this smoke. Hold on. I'm getting a play.
But Dion has to share it with you.
Now, one more. You know how the kid, when they pee and they got like, look, you got, you peed. Okay. So you were saying?
But however, I think that Dion was going to more of the explanation, right?
Yeah.
And she was definitely in the ballpark. And the humidity grabs onto the more dominant portions of the hair that's on the head. Some of the hair strands are recessive, the others are dominant. And so once you get a water trigger, and that's one of the things that I've always taught, water should not be part of a beauty product. Water is not a beauty product. So you aid in more of your problem. And so that's why as a professional, we do things different. So those biracials can add so much more wealth and prosperity to salons if we learn how to take care of texture. And so that's why we had Afro Science Hair Summit. That's why we were teaching mastering texture, because if you don't realize that the biracial textures are going through this, and some have maybe over 70 percentile, the ratio of Afroness could be higher in most biracial people. When it's lower, then the hair tends to do what's right and straighter.
Gotcha.
But when it's 50-50, that's where you start getting into the frustration. Yeah.
Very fun. Okay, so here we go. I see you in the chat, Miss B. All right, Miss B is in the chat. Shaw High School had their grand opening.
Congratulations,
cosmetology. So congratulations, everybody. Have a B in the chat for Miss B. So here we go again, guys. The reason why our hair goes through those two, it's not metamorphosis. What is it again? Life cycles. The reason why we go through those two life cycles is the high genetic requirement and instructions it takes for the genes to express themselves. That's the word you guys want to tell people about that. Also, Cheryl says the hair needs to be groomed according to its characteristics. And it is okay to call it biracial hair, black hair, because that's the way we talk in America, okay?
Absolutely.
So it's all good, all right? It's a blickety black thing. You wouldn't understand it, all right? So so the frizz is a codified word. There it is. When you say frizzy hair, please understand. For those people who have it, it is a codified word for I don't want that Afro hair, because you're right. When I was growing up, we didn't say frizzy hair. We said Afro or nappy. That's what we said.
Right. And it's a codified way of saying, of giving marketing a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's a codified word for chemists to have a billion-dollar industry. It's a codified word for for brands to have a billion-dollar payday. It's a word for having to have a problem to fix.
Damn. Can you battle? Did y'all ever see the Mac? Anybody in this chat ever seen the blaxploitation film The Mac? And remember in that movie, Max, what's his name? Maximilian, Max, whatever how you say his name was. And he was like, "Mother, can you buy that? Can y'all buy that? All right.
Can you dig it?
Can you dig it? All right. The last one before we wrap this up is water as a moisturizer. Can water moisturize hair? Then I have one quick question about the curly perm from
is that it, huh?
And one question in the chat before we go. Yeah, so can water be a moisturizer? We love you, Miss B.
No. You want me to elaborate? There's some other
people love. I mean, we're in the salon like, stop putting water, and they're like, I try to make it curly. You got to make it water. It's not going to make it. It's going to make it wet. Everything looks good when it's wet.
I'll make it wet. Right, wet is something you can feel. Moisturization is something slick that you can feel. Hydration is something you can't feel. Okay. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, why doesn't water moisturize? Can anybody tell me? Kilolo, you take a stab at it, since you see if you batting 1,000.
Okay. I ain't all like Cheryl, so I'm gonna say it the hood way. Okay.
Okay.
Y'all know I'm from the project, so y'all just go on. And that's one thing I like about this channel. Just be who you gonna be, right? Ain't that right, Katura?
That's right.
What's up, Ray Shelley? I see y'all over here. Y'all still rocking it out with us. Instagram still hanging in here with us. All right, IG. All right, y'all drop them questions. All right, we about to wrap this up.
Come on, y'all.
right.
Come on, y'all.
All right.
Come on,
So,
come on, beauty culturists.
so,
Come
so
on, beauty
ask the
enthusiasts.
question one more again. Ask the question one more again.
Now, why is it that water makes a poor moisturizer?
Why is it that water makes a poor moisturizer?
Mhm.
I'm going to say water can never moisturize anything because it dries too fast. And I had a young lady in the salon who was like, water, water, water. She was not like, nope, I'm using water. And what I said to her, well, when you lick your lips,
Oh God. Here we go. And why does when you
does that
lick
moisturize your lips when you lick your lips? No.
and why does your lips and why doesn't your saliva moisturize your skin?
It dries. Okay, we got some answers. Hold on. Oh wait, hold on. Well, y'all coming through. Y'all moving too fast. Y'all typing too fast. Hold on now. Hold on. All right. Okay. Because of so one person said because all of the minerals that's in the water, and then also it evaporates. Okay, evaporates. I said dry. I like the word evaporate. I'm gonna steal your word. We can evaporate. Okay. Dion says it does not penetrate the cuticle and it evaporates. I'm from the hood. I say dried out. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I was still y'all love new word. Y'all got some evaporate, dry out. Okay, all right. No, it's genetic expression to say evaporate, dry out. Evaporates too quick. One more. Water it fills the cuticle, meaning it makes it feel, but it ain't going in. It ain't doing nothing. It's just sitting on top. Woo, hey, we got some scholars up in this jizzy joint. All right. So give everybody a big fat round of applause. Good answer. Good answer. Family Feud. All right. Okay, Cheryl. What is
Mainly all of you guys are right.
Oh, shucky ducky.
All of you guys.
What?
All right.
Oh, well, I'm gonna give us a drop the bomb on that situation. We cold-blooded. They don't want none. All these other channels up there entertaining y'all with that foolishness. We up here kicking the ballistics. Jeez.
Okay. However, the mineral is basically, which is another conversation, but the minerals, because water hydrates hair. No, wrong.
Natalie! Oh, no, don't. No. Okay, so finish your point, then help our cousin. Hey, Natalie W. Help Natalie understand why water cannot hydrate hair.
The nature of water, unfortunately, is to vaporize. Its nature is to do that. Now, but it would make sense that it would hydrate, because I want you guys to also realize that the reason why you cannot. So let me ask you a question. So what other myth cannot be true if water's nature is to vaporize? And okay, because the sun makes water, heat makes water. So when water goes and precipitates back into the ether, it goes back to its form, which is humidity. Okay, so its nature is to evaporize.
You are smart than them. Whoa.
Right now, but why? Then next, then the myth that water seals in oil, just is not. That was the dumbest shit that they could ever say. And I know they didn't think.
gotta get a scientist on this joint.
They did not think. They just be saying shit, y'all. And the oil cannot seal in water. It don't work the other way. The video that I didn't get to even in the Hair Science Summit, because the mastering texture is 91 slides. Okay. In one of them, I had a time-lapse molecular simulation of how the water molecule is a micron and the oil molecule is like the size of a golf ball. And those molecules, even if you shake them up, they don't mix. So they can't seal each other. Because water is to evaporate and oil is to harden. That's
so why do we think water hydrates? Because we drink it when we're thirsty?
Right.
So we think when hair is dry and we pour water on it, we think that the water is, let me ask you a question. Hair is sucking up the water.
Right. Let me ask you a question. When you guys drink water and you know there's gases in your stomach, you know that intellectually your brain knows that there are some harmful, because don't let it come back up. Tell your ass up. Okay. Don't let them gases in your stomach come back up. Okay. You be toe up. Now, but when water goes down into your stomach and the body begins to extract the what?
Water begins to extract the toxins or something? No.
Hydrogen. H, that H that's in the equation, H2O. You guys know what H2O stands for?
2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of oxygen.
Okay. Right. And so what is your blood? Hydrogen. Plasma, yeah. But hydrogen, right? But it has charge. So water has a charge, and it's what? And blood is slightly what? Salty. Okay. My whole point is that is a metabolism. So if you just put water in and think that your body automatically fills up with water, you would drown. It don't.
It sure feel like when I be drinking all that Kool-Aid, Yate. I be like, oh, my belly getting full. Let me drink up some. I got Kool-Aid for my family. Okay, so Natalie, I hope that helped you out. So thank you so much. We're just learning a whole lot. Hold on, we got some more. Well, they won't let us go home. I'm telling y'all. Molecules have no positive, no negative charge, causing the two to repel against each other and separate into a distinct layer when mixed. So oil and water, it can't happen.
Right. One is hydrophilic and one is hydrophobic. Yeah. And they
all right, you and Miss B, y'all coming all through with some scholarly stuff right here. All right, okay, yes. So she said yes, this has helped you. All right, let's give Natalie a big fat round of applause. This is our goal here to help change the narrative. Is what we're trying to do about exposing the biracial hair care myth. So as we can see, the biracial hair thing is very real. That is okay, but it's the care. All right. I said the biracial hair myth. So as we can see, the language, the lexicon of it is definitely okay, but what we think it is or ain't, it ain't true because of the whole thing around genetic expression. So I hope you guys are really enjoying this content. And the goal is to, to care for it according to what the characteristics require. And I do that. We say that in the hair salon all the time when people like, well, can I do my hair like your hair, like Cheryl's hair? Like, no, we have to do what we would say hair fiber, but now the word is characteristics. Philip Pelusi teaches hair fiber, but Cheryl says characteristics. All right. I think we did that thing.
We did.
All right. You guys got exactly what you came here for. When we talk about the dumbest shit that people say about black hair, it's this whole thing of how to care for the biracial hair. The term biracial hair, like Cheryl says, at the end of the day, it's okay, but you do understand that the hair has its own genetic expression life cycle that it is going through. Okay, so that's it at the end of the road. And y'all stop wasting y'all money on these hair care products. Put the water bottles down. What could they use instead of water?
Well, that's a whole nother. Come on now, Kilolo.
Okay,
that's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother show. All right, so we'll have to do a whole nother show on what can you use on that hair. All right. Okay. Really good podcast. All right. But quickly, you can start off with the leave-in conditioner. Ditch the water and go ahead on and start off with the leave-in conditioner.
Well, as long as, but here's the problem. You guys are stuck. All of those usually are lab-created polymers.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing natural is going to happen for you.
Sorry. Yeah. No natural. Please don't grab the aloe vera gel. Y'all come on. Don't do it. Don't do it. Can I tell you guys a story right quick? Let me tell you this story right quick about my little niece when it comes to this whole color thing. All right. So my little niece is in the salon and she wants to draw a picture of Dr. Spritz, my colleague, aka Uncle Spritz, who's a chocolate guy. So she takes the brown crayon and the brown magic marker and she draws Dr. Spritz and she leaves the top off. And I said, Fatu baby, you have to put the top back on the brown marker. And she said, no, it's black. I was like, no, Fatu, the marker is brown. So she looks at Dr. Spritz, she looks at her drawing, and she looks at me, and she says, he's black. I said, okay. She's right. So she proceeds to draw another picture. She pulls out the yellow marker. This is me and my dad. I have my unicorn dress on. I'm going to a party. This is my dad. He's taking me to the party. Now, my niece is Cheryl's color, and so is her dad. So y'all know Auntie, I'm going to try to get her, right? So I said, well, what color are you and your dad? She said, black. But wait, Sandra, hold on, y'all. It's going. I'm taking y'all on the Fatu baby ride, and I said, okay, black. So she was like, black. I said, black. So she says, I'm gonna draw a rainbow. So she draws the rainbow. So I come back. Let me try this again. So she's got the rainbows, yellow, orange, purple, So I asked her, well, Fatu baby, what are the colors in the rainbow? She looked at me like, yeah. Yellow, blue, green, red. I pointed to the picture of Dr. Sprint. She was like, black. I hope you guys please share that story with everybody you know, especially number 45.
Oh, God.
Whoever wants to question the Madam Vice President's ethnicity, out of the mouths of babes, my niece says, what
would she say?
Black. You want to know how old she is? Anybody wants to know? Take a stab in the chat. How old is this little girl? This is my little Fatu baby, okay?
She ain't got it twisted. She ain't got people's colors to toe up because she had them rainbow colors identified.
She let me know.
People.
Hey, I said, no, she ain't 7, baby. This girl 4 years old, okay? She's 4. She's not even 5. She's 4. I'm talking about, she looked at Dr. Spritz and she looked at that piece of paper and she looked up, she was like, he black. I said, oh, shit. Oh. Talk about daddy, and she grabbed that little yellow marker. I said, I'm gonna get this little smart ass little hair. I'm about to get her good. I said, okay, what color is you and your daddy? And she was like, black. I was like, that ain't yellow. She was like, nope. What she say, y'all? She said, nope. Did you see that? Nope. They're black, but the rainbows have color. So I hope that's a good understanding about this whole.
And what did you and Koo say? That's that auntie baby.
Yeah, we told her. We said that's that. My other niece, which is her auntie, she looks over at me, and my niece says that's that Cheryl Morrow shit because she loves Cheryl. I mean, my niece, let me tell you something. She was giving us holy hell. Cheryl came in from San Diego and put that baby in check, and she gonna mess around. She said 1 hair, 1 follicle. She ain't stopped saying that. A year later, she still said, yeah, she's 4 years old. Yeah, she is a smart baby because that's what she is. She meant that. Sandra E., that baby said black.
On business.
Right. And I said, y'all ain't yellow? That ain't yellow. She was like this. Nope.
What you talking about?
What you talking about, Willis? We ain't got time for that. But with the rainbow,
ain't no yellow people.
Hey, but the rainbow, like you asking me what color's in the rainbow, and you call yourself a great auntie, and you won't, girl, you better go somewhere and sit down. So that's how it's going down here. So we're gonna be back now. WK has she does know her colors. So WK has a suggestion. We do have a topic for next week. We should do that topic next week. We can use for the hair instead of saturating the air with water. Okay. So would you guys like to talk about how we can style that biracial hair? It's a consent. If you guys say yes, WK, thank you so much. We can switch it up. It's okay.
Absolutely.
That's what we're here for. So this is going to be WK. Send me a picture of yourself so that I can put you on our graphic. So this is WK's topic, and we could do that for you guys if you want us to. We can always switch it up here. WK, and if you would like to come in the chat, also send me your email address if you want to, and we could talk biracial hair care. And we can say, no, y'all ain't getting off that easy. Everybody saying it's okay. Yes. All right, it's a resounding yes. So WK, everybody's liking what you're saying. So reach out to me and send me a picture. And all that good stuff. We're going to be back here on Thursday, right quick. And we're going to have Ms. Denise West. She is also a cosmetology instructor. And this is going to be really, really good on Thursday. If your goal is to be an instructor in cosmetology, you want to teach barbering, you want to teach cosmetology, you want to teach makeup, you want to teach nails and all these good things, you want to open up a school, we're going to be interviewing Ms. Denise West. That's her with a little short red afro. And she's going to talk about what qualifies someone to be an instructor of those disciplines. And this is going to be really important because Kay did share with us yesterday that in Georgia, they're having some, concerns about, people leaving cosmetology school and, wanting to be able to teach as soon as they come out. And they're like, hold up, pump your brakes. So these are going to be some great topics. So Thursday, if teaching is your thing, then you're definitely going to want to hear from Miss Denise West. And I know she and sure I'm going to be instigating the shit out of that situation at hand. So we thank everybody on Facebook. We love you guys. LinkedIn, we appreciate your support as always. Of course, YouTube, our YouTube family, we love you. And Instagram, y'all just rocks it. You guys are like, y'all like fabulous. You don't stop, won't stop. What's up, King of Lock? You hear that? So that's what's happening over on Instagram. Don't forget, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We have wonderful content here. Yate is going to be our last guest. The theme of the month is Education Matters. And we hope today you guys have, Afro Hair Education Matters. So we hope you guys are starting to realize, Cheryl know her shit. You know what I'm saying? Cheryl just know what she be talking about. Cheryl, what you want to close us out with?
I just read.
Whatever.
Anyway,
Whatever.
I blame it on Mr. Morrow. Blame
it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the boogie.
All right. So we're going to get into what we should use, but I will say that you guys rocked it today. You guys had most of the answers, and that just goes to show you doesn't mean that we don't know because we don't remember. Applied knowledge allows you to not ever forget. That's why it being scientifically sound makes you guys professionals, because that knowledge base is right there for you to grab when you need to apply it and to use it. And so that is one of the, thank you guys for those wonderful answers.
All right. Real Roots say, hey, because yes, because we need to know, Cheryl. Give us the one thing we can use. Diane said, come on, baby. It sounds like fun. Yate says she can't wait. Dion says yes. So there you have it. Yeah, I was going to wonder that somebody going to say, do I know something too? Thank you, Yate. But, thank you, Yate, because I was kind of feel a little left out over here. Like, ghetto people need love too, you know. Thank you, Yate. I got one person that said, don't you know something? All right, guys, you are absolutely phenomenal. Thank you for helping us change the narrative about exposing the biracial hair myth. We have learned so much today, but before you leave this building, Sandra E says it's not too late. Cheryl's going to show you what you need to do right now before you leave the building. All right, hit the thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. We love you guys with all of our hearts. And we'll be back on Thursday at 9:00 p.m. with Miss Denise West. Cheryl, you ready for the chit chat tonight?
I'm ready.
Bam, bam, bam. He or she said, cancel this damn show. They hate it. What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Make black hair great again.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now,
We're coming, get our check.
Cheryl Morrow, the one, the only, the hair oracle.
Well, I did it with Red Dot, and then we also had a cosmetology school instructor in the chat, Miss Denise West, Michelle Allen, Miss Foster. Dang, I missed your name. It's always nice to see Miss Foster in the chat. Michelle Allen, you know how much we love you too.
What? About a whole lot of peace. Cheryl, you order that in a bag of chips.